Hi, I'm Sean Kay and welcome to this Rapid Action Writing and Rapid Action SEO update. Today I want to talk a little bit about the concept of AuthorRank. Now, if you're familiar with SEO, you would have seen PageRank, which is the value of authority that Google puts on your pages for their PageRank algorithm so that they can calculate the authority of backlinks that move across the internet. Well, AuthorRank is something that's been kicking around for a little bit of time. Now, it originally was formed in a patent by a Google employee named David Minogue back in 2005. And it was the concept of agent rank was assigning authority to a page based on some conceptual data, what the page was about, but also who wrote it and who published it. Now that sat there going through the patent process since 2005. But in 2011, Eric Schmidt, when he was CEO of Google, made a comment that said, Google were looking at doing more of defining the agent who published the page and making that content more valuable. 1 month later, Google then updated the patent from 2005 to include something that's similar in nature to Google+, which ultimately was portable profiles. So now if we fast forward to today, what we're seeing is with combination of things like publishing markup and more importantly, author markup, Google has the ability to determine the value of the content of your page, not only in the number and quality of backlinks that are coming to it, but also on who is the author of the page. So the more quantitative and qualitative content that you as an author mark up as your own and publish on the internet, your quote unquote author rank goes up. So Google puts more value on the content that you publish. This is going to become a much, much more powerful concept. And we've been hearing it a lot over the last month, but really over the last couple of months since Panda and Penguin really started to bite earlier this year in 2012. So how do you go about managing your author rank? Well, there's no way to see a number or a value. The idea that you have to get into your mind is you're just going to produce a lot more of your content. You're going to use the authorship markup and you're going to publish on a regular basis in themes that are your expertise. Now, if you can do that over time, the more content you build, the more value Google's going to put on you as an author. And that means that anything you link to or anything you publish is going to get more value from Google, more love, more search engine results. I now want to talk a little bit about the concept of Google's new Disavow tool and why it's important. First of all, I think you need to be very careful with it. Back in February, when Google started to shut down the blog networks, one of the things that they did was they asked webmasters to give them a list of sites that they'd been using. Google then took that list by all accounts and went around and de-indexed a whole bunch of blogs. So I think you need to be a little bit careful about what you're doing, first of all, because if you start putting together a disavow list, Google's going to take that list and you don't quite know what they're going to do with it. So the second thing that you need to be conscious of is what is actually a good link and a bad link. I think a lot of people are going to overreact initially and they're going to disavow a whole bunch of links that they don't really need to disavow. You need to think about backlinking holistically. If you only have a few links that perhaps aren't of the best quality or came from somewhere you're not quite comfortable with or you're not quite sure about, there really is no point in using the disavow tool. What you want to do is you want to just go out and create really good backlinks, create some more content, create some more viable things that people can share on your behalf, and then let that automatically create backlinks that are just going to eventually overwhelm, wipe out, and dilute the bad backlinks. Now, a number of people are already talking about, putting together lists that we've seen and disavowing, hundreds of backlinks that they bought from sites that maybe aren't as reputable as they should have been. But I think that's a pretty dangerous tactic because for what you're doing is you're putting your hand up to Google saying, look, I've got a whole bunch of bad backlinks here. I think the strategy you need to take is wait and see on this one. Just let's see what happens, because the first thing is, just by plugging in your backlinks into this tool, they're not automatically removed. One of the things they're saying is it's going to take a number of weeks for this tool to be processed, and they may not even accept your disavowment. So you just need to be a little bit careful. A wait and see approach lets you determine whether or not this is actually going to work or add any value. I think we just need to be a little bit careful. Google is not quite open about how this whole process is going to work. And when Google is not quite open, you often get unexpected results. So best thing to do, just sit there, wait, keep up to date on what's happening, and somebody will go before you and either make the mistake or do the right thing, and you'll certainly hear about it. So that's it for this episode of our Rapid Action SEO and Rapid Action Writing news. If you need content, head over to Rapid Action Writing. We have our blog packages and our writing packages that can help you deliver fresh new content to your sites whenever you want it. If you want distribution packages, we have those available both through the SEO site, Rapid Action SEO, and Rapid Action Writing. Thank you again for watching. I'm Sean Kay.